Good day, everyone. Today we will be talking about the case study Marian and what are the theories that were employed in each paragraph because there are three paragraphs in the case study. First, let's talk about the first paragraph. In the first paragraph, it conveys about how Marian was independently learning on her own because she doesn't have much interaction yet with her teacher and with her peers or with the whole environment. So she was just independent on her own language learning area in her brain. And I believe that the best theory that was employed in the first paragraph is the nativist theory, where the nativist theory suggests that we are born with a specific language learning area in our brain or in our brain module. And also, nativists believe that uh, we as children are wired to learn a language regardless of our environment. So, in the school, as an environment, she doesn't have much interactions yet with her peers and with her teacher. So she was just being independent with her own language learning skills or with her own language learning in the area of her brain, which makes the nativist theory as the best theory that was employed in the first paragraph. So, in the second paragraph, where it mostly conveyed about how Marian would try to do something that she had seen done by her peers. And it also shows about how Marian and her teacher interacted with each other. And also, it also conveyed about how Marian would give a response or a smile, a gesture to her teacher whenever they are interacting with each other. And I believe that this situation proves that the social interaction theory is employed in the second paragraph because in the social interaction theory and in the second paragraph, it demonstrates the examining of the patterns of actions and the reactions in response to other people. So the reaction of Marian to her peers, the reaction of Marian to her teacher. So in this theory also, people's behavior directly reflect their awareness of their social interaction and with their social expectation, which is also shown in the second paragraph. And also in the second paragraph and in social interaction theory, it demonstrates that children naturally acquire a language in social contexts, of course, where we as children, and also Marian in the second paragraph, she interacted with her peers and with her teacher. And by that interaction, she has acquired a language or a language learning. So, social interaction indeed facilitates lexical and phonological development to Marian. And also, in the second paragraph, it explains the language development, emphasizing the role between the developing child, which is Marian, and the linguistically knowledgeable adult, which is her teacher. When they interact with each other, this situation was also proven by Marian and her teacher and with the theory or the social interaction theory. So in the second paragraph, it was explained that the peers, Marian and her teacher, are actively interacting with each other. They are now having a lot of interactions with each other. So they are now developing that interactions into their own behaviors. So the behavior of Marian to her teacher and the behavior of her teacher to Marian. Now, in the third paragraph, it mostly conveyed about their behaviors, which make it most likely that the behaviorist theory or behaviorism was employed in the third paragraph. Why? Because it focuses on the idea that all our behaviors are learned through our interactions. So when Marian interacted with her teacher and with the teacher interacted with Marian, it was explained that our behaviors are learned through the through the our interaction with the environment, because now Marian and her teacher are comfortable to each other. They extend or they express their different behaviors with each other. So I believe that the behaviorist theory is employed in the third paragraph because this learning theory states that behaviors are learned from the environment. And it also says that our innate or our inherited factors, our pre-programmed language learning in our brain module have a very little influence on our behavior, because mostly our behavior are shaped by our social interaction, which was employed in the second paragraph. And lastly, in the last part of the paragraph, in the third paragraph, it says, I congratulated her by saying great reading and gave her a high five. So that was a bit of a reward where your teacher complimented you about your performance and even uh, gave you a high five. So this also shows the behaviorist theory where or behaviorism theory where a teacher reward their student, where the teacher rewarded Marian on her certain student with a reward or something, just a compliment or a high five because of her good behavior. So that shows the behaviorist theory.